First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.
Transition.
Hello.
Hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman. Or up next,
Yeah.
postwrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, we are live.
Twitch.tv/upNXT podcast.
Yes, we watch NXT every Wednesday. You know why. You know why.
Because we're your NXT friends?
Friends. Yes, we watch NXT and we go live on Twitch afterwards. Oh, another subscriber there on the Twitch right there.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out anyone following us there on the Twitch. We go live Wednesday nights for NXT around 10:15 p.m. Eastern time. And then Thursdays we can be your Dynamite friends too.
Absolutely, yeah. Thursday lunchtime for us, but wherever you are in the world, join us.
1 p.m. Brunch with the BDE. Thursdays seems to be that. So come hang out, BD Elite. And that podcast also available here on the free feed. So check us out if you ever want to hear us talk about AEW, because that now too. But it's Wednesday night. It's the first NXT since a takeover. Therefore, you know what that means.
It's usually a hangover.
Oh, it's a hangover,
right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think some of the roster might have. Kyle, I'm sure, is very hungover right now, or a sore head at least.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't think we were quite expecting a hangover today. I think we were expecting a top show, because what an angle to end Vengeance Day with, and I think it's one of the most, for me, it felt like the most anticipated NXT for a while.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I think we did our Vengeance Day post show, of course, wherever you find the podcast, you found that one. And yeah, the takeover was amazing, as we all thought, but such heartbreak on Valentine's Day, Vengeance Day, with the Undisputed Era, with Adam Cole super kicking Finn and super kicking Kyle. So of course, tonight is a week I feel a lot of people maybe wanted to check out to see what was going to happen with the story. And yes, it does press on. Get into that little bit later on. But kind of before NXT, there's been like some kind of NXT, some news that's come out. I saw the article from Fightful that was posted that they put a NXT Evolve show that's probably already filmed, already put together.
Yeah, it seems like that.
Yeah. So it looks like Gabe and all the Evolve talent doing like another wrestling show on the network.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. We've seen the amount of hires they've had recently, and it's majority Evolve talent. So it seems like this is maybe going to be. I mean, Evolve was kind of working as developmental for NXT anyway, before it kind of got taken by WWE. So I think it's just going to be a similar kind of thing, but obviously it's on a much more prominent platform now, with it being a network product.
Yeah, and they have the NXT UK, obviously, a show. If you want thoughts on that, John Cena, who does Shot in the Dark, talked about Miko Satomura's debut there, having a match, and I watched it. It was pretty great. So hopefully she gets the title over there soon.
Yeah.
But they're doing like a Progress show as well.
Yes, which I believe has already been filmed. Okay. Chapter 104. No, was it 104? It's a chapter show, so they're continuing kind of the sort of lineage they've had up until now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna start on the network, and obviously, Progress, the name, is kind of, for a lot of wrestling fans, kind of dirty now, and it looks like it's a whole different team behind it, and wrestlers involved, but it's difficult because you then have people who are accused in speaking out who will not perform in Progress anymore, but then they're performing on NXT UK. So it's sticky. I can't say, oh, I'm too interested in watching it.
Yeah.
But I hope the good people involved, it's good for them, Like it's difficult, and I don't really like talking about the whole it's not nice to talk about, right?
No.
The whole speaking
Yeah.
out and all that, and Progress does have kind of a bit of a dirty name now, so I'm curious to see how it will do.
You want it to do well, and you want it to do well with maybe some fresh faces, new people that maybe we haven't seen, like Millie McKenzie. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see some faces that maybe used in the right way, properly. Again, another wrestling show. There's going to be so many wrestling shows in like
I
the
think,
bigger half of this year.
I think we're just changing the way we're looking at WWE now. Whereas WWE used to be a show. It used to be Raw, and then you'd have your pay-per-view. And it's grown, and now they're trying to create their own sort of territory system. I mean, Progress and Evolve, they were shows before all of it. They were bought by WWE, you know, and we weren't watching them every week then. So they were still around. It's just now they're all under this WWE umbrella that if you're a completist, you feel like you have to watch it all. But I think it's now just a destination. You go to WWE Network, Peacock, whatever, and you'll see so much wrestling from all over the world. I think they're just trying to own the whole thing.
Yeah,
you know?
it's interesting because, like, yeah, if you're someone who seeks out your different kinds of wrestling, talked about, love watching, you know, our new, we even have Stardom now. We've digging into their archive there, and it's interesting. You can like cherry pick of what the different styles that you like. If you're someone who likes WX wrestling or Progress, maybe more so years ago, but you would be interested. I am a little interested in Evolve show, and it's hosted by the rap god of NXT lately, Josiah Williams. Yeah, the guy who did the Cameron Grimes
NXT tonight.
We're gonna talk about it in a little. Yeah, apparently he's the host of this Evolve show. I think maybe use that as more of your developmental show.
That's what I want to see from Evolve. I don't want to see them feel pressured to be a kind of TV quality program. We go back and we're watching NXT for our Was Next series from 2013 onwards, and we're seeing it's very rough around the edges at places. It's still got that WWE sheen, but it's very rough around the edges, and it's letting people experiment a bit more and be allowed to not be very good. And I think now when you're watching NXT, you kind of don't take it when someone's green. You're like, they're green, I don't want to see this. Whereas back in the day, you expect them to be green and you want to see them grow and stuff. And I hope that's kind of what Evolve is for. And they don't try to make a TV quality product. That sounds weird to say, but
it'll be TV quality. It'll be. I mean, network quality, and they have great production, even in their like lower budgeted ones. But I think Evolve, this show will be more of a developmental show, and NXT will be more of your quote unquote indie show, like that PWG style.
I feel NXT is just brand 3 now.
Now it's
not developmental.
They still try to make it the wrestling show, and this past takeover, it showed that it was. And I say indie wrestling show, like the actual wrestling, and I think they stand the strongest when they're that show. I don't like when they go into kind of WWS storylines. That's why I've like enjoyed watching the show for years because it's been that, and I think it'll still continue to be this way, and they'll have different branches that are the developmental. Like the Progress will be the developmental for the NXT UK. And I think maybe going forward, NXT UK, they'll start to have some takeovers and maybe cross promote with them that we watch, and there'll be a lot more stuff. But yeah, they like cast this net and like much own everyone. Every time you watch, you know, you do your pack show, Andrew Thompson. I listened to you guys one week talking about someone. You're like, yeah, this guy's pretty good. He's pretty lit. And then next week, it's like, and WWE signed him.
Up,
and it's like and it's great stuff. It's Blake Christian, right? Yeah, I'm happy to here, and it's great. You're always happy to see get signed everywhere. They're just picking up everything, so they're gonna have so many different shows that you can that look and are different. That's what's if they make everything kind of that same WWE thing they've been doing for a while.
I think that's the thing. I think ideally what they're creating is something that instead of going, oh, I need my Progress subscription, my WXW subscription, my ICW, whatever. It's just now you go to that. And that's what I kind of meant by a top quality TV show. I don't want to see these things feel like WWE. I want them to be able to still have that kind of cheaper indie feel to them.
Yeah.
To let people experience that, but it's more a benefit to the fans because now we just have to pay one subscription, and it's a wrestling subscription we pay for.
Exactly. Yeah, because then you don't have to pay for your other one. Like, yeah, instead of paying before, you'd pay for your indie subscription.
It's like you could then have on the other side, eventually, your AEW New Japan Impact subscription as well. You know,
hey,
that kind
knows?
of thing.
Yeah,
theoretically,
the Forbidden Door subscription,
swinging open. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There's lots of Forbidden Doors being open, I guess, because Impact is doing stuff with New Japan, AEW's doing stuff with New Japan. Quite interesting. I know we'll be talking about Dynamite. We haven't watched it. To avoid spoilers Wednesday nights and do this show, and then we watch AEW. But the Forbidden Door of
It's
we're
getting
gonna
closer.
talk about, and we're gonna have to talk about Endgame tomorrow sure, on the Dynamite show. I mentioned briefly 3 letters, PWG. That's in 3 important letters this week for BME, Best Match Ever, on the Patreon, doing Best Match Ever, PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, with guest who's chosen this from BWE, Martin Bushby from Post Wrestling BWE. He's chosen PWG, and he's given us a list of some hand-picked matches that we watched, and we're
Absolutely, yeah. This is going to be on the Patreon coming out this weekend. All the matches, we've actually provided you with some links. So check out the Patreon, patreon.com/upNXT. So you get a chance to watch all the matches before we do the show. I'm really excited for this one. PWG is something that I've always kind of followed, been aware who's like winning Balor and stuff like that, but never dived into too much actually watching, mainly because their DVD subscription thing, right?
If it was under an
if it was under an umbrella right away where I could watch it, maybe
AEW is gonna have their own network one day. It's gonna have PWG
for sure. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm about halfway through the matches so far. They're smashing. They're great.
A lot of young bucks, obviously, some high flyers in there. I watched Kenny versus Mike Bailey. Where is he? How is he not signed by NXT? Visa done yet?
Visa's just up.
It's just up. Yeah,
Speedball
so. Mike Bailey from Montreal. I've seen him as Smash regular. He's great, and that match. So Patreon.com/upNXT. $5 a month gets you access to this Best Match Ever WG show we're doing, and it's gonna be super great. Nerding out about Reseda. What is it?
Reseda,
California.
The American Elite.
Yeah,
Legion post. Yeah.
So that's going to be a show we're doing, and then we have an Up Yours.
Yeah, we're joined by Richard Waterhouse to talk about Mike Judge's Office Space.
Yeah,
from
wow.
1999.
Everyone just went, wait, what? How do you going from PWG to Office Space? Well, that's how we roll on our Patreon.
Oh yeah.
When you're a world champ, you get to pick stuff and do it. And Richard has chosen, I guess, one of his Office Space. So we're going to be talking about that this week. Well, we just had our Valentine's week last week. We did a St. Valentine's Day Massacre review and a top 5 moments of love where we got way too in depth of wrestling weddings. Both of us spent time in our lives watching wrestling weddings. Again,
all of us have spent a lot of time in our lives watching wrestling weddings. Yes.
And we talked about that. So that's included. But the February schedule's up, and for only $5 a month here, you get access to all the shows we've ever done.
And of course, Elimination Chamber this Sunday. We will be hosting a watch along live on Twitch, twitch.tv/upnext podcast. And then stick around because we'll be doing our post show afterwards. And then that will be available in audio form for our patron.
Yeah, we did a watch along for TakeOver last weekend, and it was awesome. So thanks everyone. Shout out everyone who joined for the watch alongs. They're so much fun. It makes wrestling great, especially in this weird pandemic era. We all can't go to shows together, so we can watch it in our own homes via Twitch and hang out with us.
Oh, yeah.
So we did that, and we'll be doing it for Elimination Chamber, a post show for that as well. At upNXT Podcast, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us, give us all the likes, retweets, help us out. And yeah, that's where you can find the links for all the shows that we do. So at upNXT Podcast, go give us a follow and look at all the stuff we do. We podcast so much. I know that I watch a lot of wrestling. I finally went and watched movie this week that I thought I'd mention. You Cannot Kill David Arquette.
Oh, you've seen it.
Yeah,
okay.
They put it on Netflix. So
right.
I was like, yeah, fuck. I couldn't fall asleep. I was like, yeah, whatever. Put it on. Watched the whole thing. Loved it.
Yeah.
David Arquette is so ridiculous. He's basically like the story. It's of course it's wrestling. So like a little, not totally, it's kayfabe, we
right,
can say.
for sure.
But he basically is like, I'm sorry, wrestling fans hate me all over the world. I want to like do justice to the problem and prove myself in wrestling. It's really funny. I really enjoyed it. I know for some reason David Arquette follows me on Twitter.
Yeah, you messaged him once, didn't you?
Yeah, and then he followed me and then sent me a message and was like, "Hey, like check out my movie I'm making." I was like, "Cool." And then nothing ever happened. So I want to try to get him on. I want to try to talk to him about Scream.
Yeah,
but I recommend it. It's a super fun movie.
I've been intending to. Now it's on Netflix, especially. Yeah,
but it's not the craziest documentary I watched this week. Oh. I also watched Free Britney.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that hotel.
Oh, I watched that too.
Okay.
I've been all on documentaries this week. First, I went from martial arts movies. I'm on docs. Yeah, the Cecil Hotel murder mystery.
Yeah.
I mentioned I watched maybe a year ago. I watched this movie Dark Water, which is a Japanese movie and the American one redone, and it eerily like has things that happened in that movie that happened later on in real life. And the Cecil Hotel is like this famous hotel in California, and this Canadian girl goes missing. This story is like, we've talked about it briefly on this show before.
Yeah.
And now there's like this 4-episode doc on. Oh my God, it was amazing. And you could still say that you could still by the end of it go, I don't know though. Conspiracy theories.
it's I intend on watching all those things.
Because you watch this clip of her in the hotel of the elevator.
I've seen the clip of her in the elevator.
It's terrifying. It's so chilling.
But then you hear about like she was not taking her
right. Like, I don't want to. Yeah,
antipsychotic meds or something like that.
There's
wasn't it?
so many conspiracy theories around it too, and same with this Britney Spears one. I'm all about something going on with Britney. She's always like talking about.
I mean, her Instagram's been insane
so
for a few years now.
It's nuts. It's so nuts, and I want to see like some justice. Watch that and was like, why am I so invested in Britney Spears all of a sudden? Like, free Britney, bitch.
Yeah,
gotta get her out of there. Get her on the show too. Yeah, I've just been watching documentaries.
Nice.
And wrestling.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty. I've been watching more of Superstore.
Yeah.
Loving that. And I've been watching, I think I said this last week, the Marvel films, but in timeline order.
Okay.
So that's been kind of interesting watching it that way. Just rewatched Winter Soldier last night.
Oh, that's
which
a good
is
one.
So good.
That's one of the best ones.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Saw Iron Man 3, which...
Ooh, not one of the best.
I remember not liking it. So I came in super negative to watch it. And then most of the film was like, oh, actually, I'm quite enjoying this. This isn't so bad. Until Tony, spoilers, thinks he watches Pepper die.
Right.
And then, like, 30 seconds later, he's wisecracking as he's fighting with the bad guy.
Oh.
And you're like, I thought that was the love of your life. And you just watched her fall into flames. And at that point, I was like, I'm done.
You were done with this movie? Wow.
Stupid.
I watched Greenland.
Oh yeah,
it's like about like the meteor that's coming to crash Earth, and people are selected randomly to move to Greenland, go in the bunkers because the world's going. It's the Scottish actor,
Gerard Butler.
Is that him?
He's Scottish.
Yeah, that's him. I think that's him. Yeah, it was really dumb, but for someone who's like interested in like yo, there could be meteors. Things like the dinosaurs got hit, bro. It could happen to us.
Oh, for sure.
So this movie it's like a end of the world type thing. It was fun, but it was kind of silly. Gerald Butler, yeah, he's lit. He's
Gerard
Butler.
Yeah,
I'll never be able to pronounce that. I'm like part Scottish. That's what I've been watching this. And TakeOver.
And
NXT tonight.
All the wrestling.
We need to find out what's going on with the Undisputed Era.
We do.
Because it's an end of an era.
It is.
It really is. Let's talk about NXT from Wednesday, February 17th, 2021. And we get a recap of TakeOver Vengeance Day, where Adam Cole super kicked Finn, super kicked Kyle. Everyone's heartbroken. We're still mourning over this. We still aren't sure what's going on. And recaps of all the awesome matches that have taken place, including the Dusty Classic. But out comes Kyle O'Reilly to start the show. No music.
This was quite funny because Wade, Vic, and Beth are hyping up the show. And then Beth's going, and then we've got later the presentation of the Dusty Classics in honor of the late, great Dusty. Yeah, Beth. But look, Kyle O'Reilly's coming. And it was just an unfortunate time, cut off that she's just gonna go like the late great Dusty Rhodes, and he's like, yeah, whatever, Beth. But Kyle O'Reilly storm into the ring, And as you mentioned, no music.
Just love to disrespect Dusty on this show. But
Yeah.
Shout out Dusty. Kyle O'Reilly, though, he's mad. He comes out, no music, and we kind of didn't even think this through. If there's no Undisputed Era, that means these guys need new music.
Yeah.
Y'all can't just come out like Roman Reigns uses the Shield music still. Kind of lame. And it's like not one of these guys will be able to keep this music, but Kyle needs some new ones. So Josiah Williams
new music
needs to get on this.
Yeah.
I want some. I know. I think Kyle O'Reilly. I've seen him post on Instagram. He has a favorite band that I'm a big fan of. War on Drugs is the name of it. It's like indie rock kind of stuff. He needs like a theme like that, but maybe more heavy rock that would fit. He needs something with air guitar.
What was his indie music?
Yeah, what was it? I remember Red Dragons was kind of cool. Ring of Honor days and stuff. But yeah, he needs something with obviously like some violin guitar, so he can. When he's on his own, he can.
Oh yeah,
guitar.
he needs the solo.
He needs air guitar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he needs like a guitar
True.
solo thing coming when we're. Yeah, this is the stuff the in depth.
Like Adam Cole would need a boom.
Yeah,
he needs a pause for the Adam Cole.
Adam Cole could keep the song.
I feel like he'll be keeping the song.
Adam Cole should keep the song. Roddy, we're not sure. Roddy's like the stepchild right now, kind of caught in between. We're not sure where he lands.
I do like it when they all change their music though, because then when the inevitable reunion comes back together and that music hits, boom. I was there when Evolution got back together.
Wow,
when they first had the theme again. Yeah, that was cool.
You know, not mentioned Bobby.
Bobby will be there too.
Bobby's there. He's
like,
Bobby.
guys, I just get injured for a few weeks, and come on.
Well, you'd imagine he sides with Kyle. You'd think. Red Dragon, baby.
I mean, we see who he sides with in the real world. So, I don't know.
Not good at making choices.
Yeah. I forgot we watched Kyle versus Cole.
We did after we did a takeover.
We were so
show.
pumped after that takeover.
Yeah, we were so heartbroken from Cole super kicking him that we went and watched their final battle match a few years back, which is pretty crazy. Which similar things they use the steel steps in that tonight.
Yeah,
steel steps. But Kyle O'Reilly, no music, comes out. He's heated. He says, "I keep replaying Sunday night in my mind, and I can't make sense of it. I'm shocked. I'm confused. I'm pissed off." I'm disappointed. We were like any other group. We were like no other group. When that ever came and went, we were special. We would never break up. We were forever. I swear their new shirt even says forever on it. So that's pretty fitting. He says, "Adam, you ruined it all for us. You kicked me in the face and you stabbed me in the back. I know you're still my brother, which is why I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I gotta know what that was. So come down here. I can't promise I'm not going to punch you in the face, but come down here." So he's basically doing the super baby face thing. Like, hey, I got fucked over and embarrassed and backstabbed, but talk.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I thought he sounded great here and very unpro wrestling, which I like for this. I think to kind of put over the seriousness of this relationship they had, I like it to not feel like a wrestling segment. And I thought he sounded honest and betrayed and really conveyed his emotions well here.
Yeah, it was very like to the point and the story's moving. But Adam Cole does not come out, and out comes Roderick Strong. He says, "Come on, Kyle. He did this, and I know we're all emotional, and in this moment, like, look, we know Adam probably regrets what he did. So," and Kyle just stops him and goes, "I don't need you to explain it. I need him to explain it. So you're wasting everyone's time with this peacekeeping." And Roddy's like slowly getting closer. And Kyle says, "Don't get in this ring. Don't do it. I don't know who to trust. I barely trust myself, so I don't need to hear any shit from you. I need Cole." Kyle is mad.
He said shit on TV.
He did it.
Oh, that's how serious it is.
The NXT censor guys got it, but unlike the AEW guys, they always missed the bumper.
I think it's the WWE guys seem to just block out the whole sentence.
Yeah.
Whereas I think AEW try and catch the word and then just miss.
So
it goes like quiet and then shit.
The dump button. I used to have to do it in radio stations. It can be fun. There's an art to the dump button. And they got it, but he said shit on TV. And he says, "Adam Cole, get out here." And Finn Balor comes out. This is twice now. The guy he wants is not here. Finn Balor says, "Yeah, I'm not who you're looking for, but you better not be looking for me. I'm looking for you. You want to talk to Adam? You better get in line behind me. You offered me your hand. I knew I shouldn't have accepted. We all saw what happened. So you want to talk about trust? And then he kind of turns to Roddy, and Kyle's now defending, like, hey, he's got nothing to do with it. We got nothing to do with this. We didn't know. And before anything can kind of escalate here, out come Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch. They beat down on them. There's this like 3-on-3 battle that escalates here. And at one point, Pete stomps on Finn's like ankle here. He's moved on from the hands and the fingers to just the ankle and the foot.
Yeah.
And well, this kind of, there's no Teddy Long here, but it definitely sets up what we kind of imagine is 3-on-3.
A tag match.
A tag team match player, which is our main event tonight.
Yeah, I thought Finn came across as a bit of a dick here, because surely he'd have seen Kyle got kicked in the face after, and to be like back of the line, it's, okay, you've got your championship, you got kicked in the face, but these are brothers that are fighting here.
Yeah.
You know, when he's like, you get behind me, I've got beef first. But no, I really enjoyed this segment. They're prolonging the explanation from Cole, but still, I find the Roddy factor very interesting as well, because he's clearly caught in the middle here, and they were playing up that a bit more, and then obviously just the attack to set up the main event. But I thought this was well done.
I did. I really like Kyle here. He's coming off stronger and stronger as his own character. They've been doing a good job, and you side with him because you're like, man, you got kicked in the face by your bro. I'm sad for you. Yeah.
I loved how he was
the bigger man.
Like, we know kind of in pro wrestling, normally this is how it goes, but let's just talk. What's going on?
Sino in the chat also says that Kyle used to come out to Dropkick Murphys by the Dropkick Murphys shipping off to Boston.
Yeah.
Sorry. Which.
Okay.
Shipping off to Boston. Yeah. So he could just do that. If this Tony Khan could just buy it for him.
Yeah.
It'd be great. So we have Santos and Kross. There's a video here where Santos says, hey, you threaten me? No one threatens me. He's in his car about to get out to WC. I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to go home. And I'm not going to fight when Regal wants me or when you want me. I'm going to fight when I want. Regal says not tonight, but how about next week? And Regal's kind of mad here. So
he's basically Peter in Office Space.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to go to work.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
not today.
Nah, I don't want to. I like how Santos has now pretty much like dumped on Kross
every week.
Every week, he's always like way cooler than him. William Regal is pissed off at this and says like, okay, well, you have to fight him next week. If you don't, his title will be stripped.
I'm loving Escobar here, but I'm wondering if he's playing with the material different from what they intend. Because is he meant to look like the cowardly heel here, backing off from Kross and giving excuses and stuff? And is Kross meant to be the kind of babyface here in this storyline? The way he's playing it is just, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's cool.
You know,
he's
so cool.
Yeah.
And I hope that's what they intend, but it could just be the guy's just not playing it well. And it's like, no, you need to be a cowardly heel. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to fight you this week.
No, I think he's awesome. This not caring. The only thing that made me question it was because Regal was so mad about it and he's so threatening him. It seems like he's more of a cowardly heel, but I think he just seems badass here.
Yeah, he seems cool. We'll get a Kross video a little bit. We go to the Poison Pixie, Candice LeRae, part of the way. Johnny Gargano with her here with Indy Hartwell. It's Candice and Indy going up against Shotzi Moon. Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon. But Johnny is walking around and comes to the commentary table to join them with missing posters for Austin Theory. Got chloroform.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's still been missing ever since Sunday.
Since Sunday.
That's a long time.
How long before? Is it 48 hours?
Officially
missing.
I think in Florida you should be right away. But yeah, that's more than 48 hours. Should have called the cops. Maybe he did.
And we know who did it.
We do. Yeah, true. Yeah, we also know where his house is with the zombies and shit. So like, wouldn't the cops just show up? They would in AEW. They would bring the cameras. Like, this is why we have the camera here, and they would do that. But
Yeah, filming for cops.
Yeah, filming the cops. Exact body cams.
Yeah.
There's something. I know the Dexter Loomis thing. Like he chloroformed himself. The guy's been kidnapped. But what's with kidnapping and wrestling? We see them a lot still. And it's like, come on, stop kidnapping.
Yeah, it's like, how do you explain where it's always with Marco's stunt the other week? Oh, FTR freed him.
Yeah, it was
they were
13.
just free him, and it's like, well,
So
where's the
weird.
fight? It's
And like, what is he doing for these 3 days? Was Dexter Loomis like taking care of him? Was it feeding him? Was it like Buffalo Bill style? What was he doing with him?
was it just a prank? Did he just drive him to the end of the road and dump him?
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're really concerned about Austin Theory. But Johnny's concerned and joins commentary. It's Candice starting in the ring here, and it's Shotzi and Ember who gain control right away with double drop kick, sending both of the baddies to the outside, and we go to commercial, but it's picture in picture, and they start to work on Shotzi. When we come back, it's Indy now who beating down with Ember in the ring, and Johnny on commentary is going off about how Theory this, Theory that, and he's missing, and Beth makes a pun with the word way in it. Johnny says, "Don't you use that against me. Don't you ever."
Can he take the same advice as well?
Don't use this. There's Candice LeRae who hits a crossbody to the outside after springboarding. There's then a shot of a van approaching in the parking lot here. And we go to yet another commercial break. When we come back, Shotzi fights back with a Northern Lights suplex into like almost the cattle mutilation, but it's broken up early on. Ember Moon hits my new favorite move, the hatch suplex type move here. There's then Indy Hartwell who hits a spine buster. Johnny sees the van again on the screen, so he leaves the commentary desk to go after the van. It cuts away from this match so much that it takes me completely out of this. Couldn't care really because you've told me not. And now Johnny's fighting this van, and there's someone in the van, so Johnny's bringing him back to the ringside while this match is still happening. Indy hits this like chicken wing facebuster thing. Johnny reveals this guy who's got like a bag tied over his head, but he's in like flip flops, like board shorts, and like a tank top that says "vacay vibes." And here's when I thought we'd get something that actually would make me laugh, where Johnny is like, "I got him," and then takes the mask off, and it's actually
Dexter.
And it wasn't.
No.
It was just Theory.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, okay, that looks like something he would actually wear." Whereas it would have been
That would have been a great kill, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, quote unquote.
yeah.
It's takes it off and then just rips open the cable
Yeah,
ties on the
yeah.
wrists and
Beats the hell out of Johnny.
murders Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, shouldn't that have been it? Sorry, but like, wouldn't
Yeah.
that have made sense?
It would have been funnier.
Instead, it's, hey, we have Theory, and Candice leaves the match to go hug Theory with Johnny, which allows Shotzi or Ember, to roll up Indy and get the win here. So Ember Moon and Shotzi get the win, but the Way don't even care, and they all
They don't care
celebrate
at all.
with Theory.
No one cares. I hated this.
Yeah, I did not like this at all. It was all over the place.
I thought the match was very, very dull. Not much flow in it at all. And then completely taken out of the match anyway by Johnny's commentary here, which, as you said, is telling us not to really focus on this match. We're worried about Austin Theory.
This van.
And then when Theory was discovered, they didn't give a shit anyway. They lost the match. They didn't care. Doesn't really do anything for Ember Moon or Shotzi with beating a pair of people that don't care and abandon the match. You know, like
Yeah.
it's. I really found this quite bad.
Yeah, this didn't backpack off last Sunday at all. Everyone going into last week's takeover had the doubt, the cloud over us. Like, is this Kushida Johnny match gonna be like hanky panky shenanigans stuff? And it wasn't. And it was a straight up one-on-one takeover classic, in my opinion. And I was like, yeah, that's great. Let's continue with that. And yet right away we're going back to the where's the comedy thing? Where's Dexter?
Straight back to comedy.
It's also taking two things that aren't really working for me, which is the Dexter thing. I'm over it. It's not Halloween time anymore. And then Johnny and this whole Theory Way thing. It's like, and now they
we just know we can see where it's going.
Yeah, and I don't care.
We're going to Johnny
Yeah.
versus Dexter.
I'm like, I don't care.
And yeah, we know it's going to be the same as the Roddy feud. It's going to be the same as the Grimes feud, and it's going to be a waste of Johnny Gargano.
Very strange.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't know.
horrible.
I see this going into even worse things. Like, I don't think it's going to stop. There's going to be probably, like, what did he do to Theory? Like, I don't know, poison him, brainwash him.
I don't know. It looked kinky, whatever it was.
Like it. We go to our next thing, and it's a sent-in video from Next thing tonight, which is Pat McAfee sent in this video earlier today. Hey guys, I'm on my bird flying somewhere warmer than where I was before. Yeah, because there's all the snow, and I hope everyone's doing okay with the snow. Here in Canada, we got a lot of it. He says, I told you all along, internet wrestling community, Adam Cole is a scumbag. And look at that. I was right. So good thing you guys have me, because I'm so smart and scouted you. So follow me, continue to listen to me, and I'll accept all your apologies, and gives his Twitter handle.
This was Bobby Heenan, right? This was after the Hulk Hogan turn.
Right.
Joining the NWO, and Heenan's like, I've been saying this for years. The guy's a piece of shit. He's trash. I really like this with Pat. For me, it was nice. I'm not expecting to see him wrestle anytime soon, but it's cool to see he's still involved. He's still a character there. So we are still gonna get more Pat McAfee, and I love Pat. So
we gotta get that Cole match again down the line, and watch them be friends. 2-man power trip, Pat McAfee and Adam Cole.
Oh yeah,
watch. They'll join forces.
Might be Kyle's new partner.
Pat will be with Kyle. Oh no, please no. There's commercials for NXT UK, which I know Miko Satomura is not putting. She's gonna be eventually challenging for the NXT Women's title, like pretty early on. I really want her to take it away.
I think she will.
Is it Kaylee Ray?
Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, and she's not bad either. It's just like something needs to like kind of happen there. But there's some cool stuff going on that show. If you're interested in fresh faces, the NXT UK. They call it NXT UK, but all the stars are like other.
It's just NXT based in the UK,
right?
Not NXT UK talent.
NXT based in the UK.
Yeah. I think it's like the Eurovision Song Contest. It's not who's singing the song; it's who writes the song. I think it's like that. Progress guys are writing the
show. We go to KUSHIDA backstage. He was being checked on since Sunday because apparently he got a little bit of an injury. He got banged up a little bit, but he's okay. He says, I'm not done with Johnny and the North American title. I still have my eyes set on that. We see Bronson Reed, who walks in, checks on him. Hey, KUSHIDA, that was a fight. I know you put on a fight with Johnny. I hopefully can fight Johnny for the title too. I have my eyes set on that title, but I hope you feel. And he leaves. And then Malcolm Bivens shows up and says, hey, how you feeling? You all right? Yeah? You okay? You're good? You feel better? And he's like, yeah, I'm good, says KUSHIDA. Bivens asks this like trainer nearby, hey, is he cleared? Yes, he was cleared just recently. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ask Regal if you want a match tonight. Basically just suckers KUSHIDA into having a match with, we assume, is Rust guy. So
I really like this. This seemed quite WWE. Just the way it was shot and mixing the different characters, weaving in here. I don't know if you noticed, I'm pretty sure in the background, Jake Atlas was either being looked at by a trainer or working out as well, which kind of, like, I got the implication either he wants a shot against KUSHIDA or maybe he's seeing what Malcolm Bivens is doing for other people. And it's like, oh, he's getting, like, I don't have a match tonight. Bivens is getting Tyler Rust a match.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if he was, I feel he maybe was there for a reason, and we could see him and Bivens at some point. But I think Bivens is great. I loved how he kind of booked this match, sort of like some sports agent.
Yeah, he's sleazy.
It's different from your classic wrestling managers, I think.
He's good.
It really works for me. So I quite enjoyed this whole segment. And Bronson's around as well, so we know Bronson has title intention. So yeah, this seems to be your crop of North American scene talent, right?
Yeah, and which is great. Yeah, I want to see Johnny versus any of these guys. Jake Atlas, KUSHIDA again, Bronson, Rust. Yeah, Bivens. Fuck it, why?
Did he wrestle ever?
I've only seen him be the mouthpiece.
Manager.
So,
okay.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I think he's pretty smart. There's our next match. The next thing: Swerve versus Ruff. Yes, Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Leon Ruff. And it's Ruff who does these crazy, I call them like the Ruff Spider-Man escape spot, where he's seen him do it, where he's moving out of the way from everything you're doing, jumping from rope to rope like a spider monkey. There's like a huge knee from Swerve here, just crushing him, where he flips like inside out completely, just crazy. And then a backbreaker again, like crushing him for a near fall. But then Ruff comes back again with like fast back and forth offense. Again, he flies around. He's crazy. Ruff then does like a spinning. His cutter is like the Os cutter where he flies and do with it. But the way he does it is also while flying in midair backwards, he spins. So he hits you with the other side of the arm. It's just crazy. Gravity, not a thing for him. That's only a 2 count though. Then Ruff like goes for a stomp, and then Swerve dodges it, goes for a stomp of his own or a kick, the last call kick, I think. But Ruff dodges that again and hits a stomp of his own, and then hits him with the crucifix bomb into the pin. It's the pin that he beat Johnny for the title, and Ruff pins Swerve in quite the upset here, and it cuts to Swerve just kind of smiling, like, wow, okay, yeah, okay. Goes over to Ruff after the match for the handshake. They shake hands, but then Swerve slaps him, puts the boots to him, and picks him up for a fireman carry Death Valley driver. And I mean, he throws
it.
Him.
Was like a Death Valley lawn dart kind of thing. Oh, this was scary looking.
Yeah, just like, wow. Swerve is not like the most giant, monstrous guy, but Leon Ruff is very small.
Yeah.
And he gets thrown here into the turnbuckle, and Swerve kind of laughs. So we know Swerve has been in this heel turn, but now it's definitely like solidified 100%. I know he's been a dick backstage with people, but now he's just beating people up. He's mean.
I really like him. I think this heel character just seems so natural for him, and I think he's really good at it. And that Death Valley lawn dart into the corner, whatever it was, mate sold me on this feud, because it looked like he killed him, and now I'm like, oh, I want to see Ruff try and fight back. So this is something coming into tonight. Didn't know it was going to be on the show. Didn't know this would be a feud, and wouldn't say I'd have been too excited about it before. But the way this was executed, I thought it was great.
Yeah, no, I really liked it too. I would like to see a rematch down the line.
And again, calling out the North American title, he's like, you get a shot at that. So
right.
It's kind of moving him into that division from the cruiserweights, it seems.
Yeah, he's like, how come you get all the handouts? I want to.
Yeah, I thought this was very good.
Yeah, I like this Swerve character. Once he got the grills, I was like, he's heel.
And he just does it, even just the way he was reacting to losing seemed natural. Just like the pissed off, like laughing to yourself, like, wow, I let that guy beat me.
Yeah.
I think he's great.
We go to Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro, and they come down to the ring, and there's like a little insert where they're talking once again to Xia Li. They're like, Xia, whatever's going on with that, what's her name? Mei Ying is what they say, that spooky lady. Well, what happened to the girl we know and the girl we trust? And we want to help you. Still worrying about Xia Li. Still don't know why. What has Xia Li even done that's that like mean or evil? But yeah.
He's winning matches. It's going well for her.
Kaden and Casey are going up against Jessie Kamea and Aaliyah.
Yeah.
And Jessie Kamea has like Speed Racer here, I'd say.
Both had like the black and white checkers on their gear.
Sparky Plug fans.
Sparky Plug fans, yeah.
Obviously, yeah. Bob Holly.
Is he going to come in to manage them? Oh, that would be great.
We did a watch.
That would be my new favorite tag team.
We go off on Bob Holly a lot lately. We just did St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where he wins the hardcore title and becomes hardcore. But we went off the other day on a watch along or something about our love for hardcore Holly, Bob Holly, and the chat room was like, "You guys are not doing a best match ever." That like we got nixed right away. No one likes him except us, apparently.
I've got a name for them. So it'll be
Holly haters.
No, the Sparkettes.
Oh, for these you want Bob Holly to manage Casey and Aiden?
No, Aaliyah and
Aaliyah. Sorry, Aaliyah and Jess, but they got Robert Stone.
Oh.
Hardcore Holly would manage stars that are problematic backstage. I think. Check out. Yeah, it would. So, Kaden and Casey are going up against Kamea and Aaliyah, and there's like a flying arm drag from Casey, who kind of slips up, but then eventually just pulls the arm anyway of Jesse there, and then does this crazy like rope handstand handspring thing back into the ring for like a head scissors. But then Boa shows up in all black with the shades on the ramp, kind of staring at the match now. And I think this is the coolest move Jesse Kamea or Aaliyah has ever done. A wheelbarrow basebuster double team with the RKO at the same time.
Yeah, great.
Looked really sick. Basebuster there. And then like a flip from Casey. That was broken up, not a 3 count. There's then Casey and Kaden who hit a crossbody hangman neckbreaker combo, and they finished the match with that. And right after the match, the real story, Xia Li comes down, gets in the face of Casey, and Casey says, and I quote, "Come on, dude," to Xia.
We were a tag team, dude.
We were friends, dude. And Xia then looks down at her, grabs her hand, and does the 2 like markings on
Brands her.
yeah, on Casey's hand, and then says, "Next week, I will purge." Oh. You.
Yeah.
This totally was. Have you ever seen Mortal Kombat 2?
No.
The beginning of the movie has one of the worst lines in movie history. It's "Mother, you're alive," and replies, "Too bad you will die." This was this. "Next week, I will purge you."
Yeah.
But tell me you're not excited to see this purge.
Oh, I can't wait for the purge. Can we purge them of their terrible personalities?
Oh.
I'm sorry, but these two are so annoying. And I like them both. I've liked Casey and Kaden in the past, but recently their promos get to me.
Oh.
They're grating. Do you not agree?
Come on, dude.
They're so obnoxious. Oh, dude,
sweet.
It's like, we were tag team, dude.
Dude, I'm a dude.
I find them really obnoxious and kind of frat boy-esque. I do not like them. I think they're cool. I think they can do cool moves, and I think they're going to be great down the line. But these characters, these promos are not doing it for me at all.
I think their wrestling and actual putting together matches, especially in the Dusty Classic that we just saw them in, like they've improved so much.
100%. Yeah.
When these insert promos just didn't work, I think it's what they're saying. I understand that they're trying to maybe be this cool personality. They do the Lethal Weapon back-to-back pose, their entrance. Like
it will only work for me if it kind of, you know how the New Day started, where it started off like unironic,
right,
baby faces,
yeah,
and it sucked and people hated it, and then they've just pushed it more and more and more until it was obnoxious and they were heels. If these are a heel tandem, yeah, they're working. But the fact that they're meant to be baby faces, and I get so angry.
Maybe they should be, but they do cool moves and stuff.
It's weird. They're trying, I know, but like,
come on,
we're here to criticize, dude.
Dude.
The match was fine, as you said. I think Aaliyah's been looking better every time, and that wheelbarrow cutter thing was cool. Jesse still looks a bit lost out there.
Yeah, sometimes. The match wasn't really. That was the only really cool. The story with Xia Li, I realized that like maybe we don't need her to do kind of cheesy dialogue. "I will purge."
I had no problem with her.
What is she gonna do? Sacrifice her?
Yeah.
Kill her?
Yeah.
Like just roundhouse kick and it's over?
I can borrow my purge mask.
Purge, yeah, you do have a purge mask. I haven't finished
I enjoyed it.
Like the movies.
Movies are fun.
Yeah. Purge. So that's next week, Casey versus Xia Li, because Casey just had to get in Xia's face and problems. We go to Beth Phoenix, who's in the middle of the ring. She says Dusty Classic tournaments, these trophy here now has these names etched in forever in the legacy of Dusty Rhodes, and he always I kind of was coming into the room quickly as I came back from break, but something about Dusty never being a follower. Dusty always saying create your own line shadows essentially, and that's what these people here do. that have done this in the tournament. And out comes MSK. They won the 2021 Dusty Classic for men's. They're the champions. Their names etched there. They say March 3rd, Danny and Oney Lorcan, we get our title shot. You step in the ring with MSK for your titles. And it feels good that we're winners now, and it will feel good on March 3rd because we will be your new tag team champions. Beth said, hey guys, why don't you help welcome the other Dusty Classic winner here? So they do, and out come Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, the winners of the Dusty first ever women's tag tournament. Sunday, they come down, MSK, hold the ropes for them, gentlemen, Macho Man style. They say, we were crushing the competition. Last Sunday, we showed everyone this is why we do this. And it's no surprise. And they're by Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax.
Oh, yeah.
Thought doing this show, I got away from her. Here
They're
she is.
back.
She's back. Both of them. They're back. Shayna and Nia, they come down with the championships that they have. They're the WWE Women's Tag Team. They say, now you guys get to face us. And Dakota says, well, hey, Raquel, maybe, you weren't here when these guys were here. So let me introduce you to Nia Jax, who is big. And Shayna, well, Shayna ran away after Rhea beat her ass. While all this is happening now, as the teams are getting into a little bit of that, see MSK and Beth Phoenix in the corner of the ring somehow just got this big bag of popcorn, eating it like the
It's brilliant.
gifable, like Michael Jackson gif of him eating popcorn, Big E eating popcorn gif. They're like, ooh, this is sassy. What's going on here? So they're watching that, and this is like the highlight of this segment for me. And Dakota says, you guys, Shayna, you ran away.
And Raquel beat Rhea, so she's putting like, you ran away from Rhea, and Raquel beat Rhea.
Yeah, like nothing. Shayna says, Dakota, you were crying and scared, just like when I broke your arm. That's what's going to happen to you if you get in the ring with me again. Dakota says what we all wanted her to say. I'm not the same person that I once was, and if you get in the ring with me, I'll kick your head off. And then Raquel calls them Chiquitas. Nia says that I worked with Dusty in NXT, and Dusty said to me, I'll never forget, baby, you are one big, beautiful, badass bitch. And Dusty was right. I am. I was like, hey,
sounds like a lawsuit there.
Yeah,
like,
it's serious. So serious.
That's not professional in the workplace to be calling.
Well, Raquel isn't very professional. Raquel claps back here and says, hey, Dusty, God rest his soul, but he never met me, bitch. Oh, yeah, great line here. Damn. The disrespect to Dusty tonight. Again, what's going on? Rest in peace, Dusty. Love. In 2 weeks, March 3rd, we're going to come down here to your home turf, says Shayna, and we will humiliate you. So the challenge is there. March 3rd, 2 tag team title matches happening on that show. And as Shayna and Nia walk up the ramp and leave, Raquel ends with, be careful with what you say, because when it comes March 3rd, Raquel says to Nia, I'm going to take her boot and shove it so far up your hole that you'll never get it back. Oh my.
I really liked this. I thought this was great. I'm glad they're going back to the kind of Dakota Shayna feud. Like, they're remembering their history and going back to that. I thought the Rascals didn't really need to say much. They just needed to be, MSK.
Yeah.
But they just needed to be Rascals, right? Like,
right.
That, them eating popcorn in the corner with Beth got them more over than I think a promo would have done.
Yeah.
It looks like Dakota and Raquel are baby faces now. Dakota even bringing back a babyface denim jacket.
Yeah, you caught that.
We always notice lipstick changes, hair color changes, change of attire.
Right.
So I feel like they're baby faces now, and I think they're going to be huge baby faces against these two. I'm not a fan of Nia Jax. I don't think many of us are. But I thought her and Shayna were great in this as well, because they made you hate them, and you loved seeing your NXT girls, Dakota and Raquel, stand up to them. This this knocked it out of the park for me. I thought this was one of the best segments of this type I've seen for a long time.
Yeah, no, I really like this as well. It helped set up MSK for their tag match later on, like casually lets you know that match is happening, and then they get to hang out with Beth doing like these comedic spots. When Raquel says "you're whole," you see them. Wesley like drops dead from and Carter and Phoenix are like trying to help him up. It's so funny. The gifs of them eating popcorn alone are already great, but just great. But I thought all 4 women as well going back at it together. I love the callback of Dakota and Shayna. We were totally waiting for that. If you remember that story, we talked about it years ago with Shayna and Dakota. And yeah, I want to see that come. We said we want Shayna to leave, but we need to eventually see this story brought back up. And here it is being brought back up in good fashion for these titles. I think Raquel and Dakota should win.
I think so too. This segment just put over everyone. The Rascals look great. Nia and Shayna, I think, came out of this as bigger heels than they were before, and just refreshing them into NXT. And Raquel and Dakota, yeah, I absolutely want to see them win. I think this is where the tag title should be for a little bit of time. This was a home run.
Yeah, I really like this. I can't wait to see this match. Raquel's improved. She's such a badass. Yeah, definitely stands so tall, and Dakota's come full circle.
Wow, this segment made Braden Herrington go, I can't wait to see this Nia Jackson Shayna Baszler match.
Can't wait.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited for this match. I'm mostly just excited to see Dakota and Raquel win. But I want to see Raquel like manhandle Nia.
You're going to be so mad when they lose.
Yeah, I'm going to be cheesed. I'm going to be so cheesed, dude. We go to an interesting shot of Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy arguing backstage in the parking lot. Of all places, guys. Really? Not the most safe.
Really bad idea.
But nothing happened. We get a replay of the Cameron Grimes To the Moon music video. Josiah Williams with his thing rap song about counting stacking money to the moon.
If you're ever feeling like a bit sad or down in the dumps, just watch this video, because I'm sure Cameron Grimes will cheer you up. He's just having so much fun with this money here. It's very fun.
Kiss My Grits is mentioned, and Cameron Grimes at the end of it, he crashes his new Lambo, and he just gets right out of it, and he's like, yeah, that's cool, I'll just get a new one. And it goes off. Totally the hip-hop thing. I'm thinking Travis Scott, treat my Lambo like a fish. So Cameron Grimes has tweeted now saying like, what's that money? I'm gonna buy a new one. Wow, that Cameron Grimes blowing all his money pretty fast, spending it on music videos, spending it on Lambos.
We were theorizing beforehand maybe he's gonna come out and say that he's bought this company called Evolve, and he'll be like kayfabe owner of Evolve.
I bought it from Gabe.
Yeah,
that's what he's gonna say. I know a lot of people are high on this Cameron Grimes character because it's so like up with current event. That's so not WWE. They're always so late. Usually, I mean, lately they've been all right. They have Bad Bunny, I guess, as like their main guy. They gave Bad Bunny the 24/7 title, knowing Bad Bunny's on SNL this week.
Very
smart.
Like,
very, very smart. Yeah, and I think they're in with current events lately, especially with this Cameron Grimes.
Well, I mean, this is more because he legit did do it.
Yes,
you know,
amazing.
Would they have come up with it otherwise? Maybe not.
Amazing. So I'm interested in seeing where this goes. He doesn't even have to wrestle. He just needs to, I want more music videos from him, to be honest. This music video is so funny. I've watched it like 3 times now, and they showed it again here tonight. Just so great. After Io Shirai's title defense on Sunday against Tony and Mercedes, during a photo shoot, Io was attacked from Tony Storm. I love how they show this in the photos that were taken from the photo shoot, with the boot to the face. And Io's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, she's pissed. So this is clearly going to set up a match probably in a few weeks of Tony and Io one-on-one for the title, because Tony still thinks it's Tony time. So,
yeah, I guess we're
one-on-one.
going to get the singles match.
Yeah, probably a Mercedes one too.
Probably. TV. Mercedes has some beef. Yeah,
I guess. Sure. We go to our next match, which is KUSHIDA, who is medically cleared to wrestle.
Yes.
One-on-one against Tyler Rust with his manager, Malcolm Bivens. Bivens set this match up earlier, and it's Rust who's trying to just take advantage of a probably injured KUSHIDA. And KUSHIDA, though, doesn't let this injury stop him. He does his classic backhand spring early on here, but every time he's trying to get technical with Rust is kind of wrestling back. He's pretty technical himself here. There's KUSHIDA who gets his like bridge pin for like a 2.9 here, and then it obviously attacks the arm because KUSHIDA always attacks people's shoulders and arms for that hoverboard lock. KUSHIDA's put on the top rope, and Rust like sweeps the leg of him, and KUSHIDA does this like nasty fall, like whiplash almost like landing thing. Either it looked like it really hurt, or he's just really good at selling it, but wow, hope he's all right. They go to commercial. When we come back, it's KUSHIDA who hits like the running shoulder separator and then the hatch suplex. But it's Rust who comes back with this like these strikes, including like the Booker T style scissor kick.
It's more of an axe kick. I think. It was like really stiff to the back of the head.
Yeah, it was crazy. There's then this bridge into like the sleeper. KUSHIDA gets caught, but he eventually gets out of that. There's back and forth, but it's KUSHIDA who runs at him with the hoverboard lock, the Kimura. And before Russ can even give up or tap out, it's Bivens who gets up on the ropes and calls the ref and says he gives up. It's over. So Bivens calls the match, and KUSHIDA wins by submission. And Bivens is like, well, that sucks. But he's kind of like, pick yourself up and try again.
I've got to be honest, whenever I see Tyler Rust, I go, really? This guy? And then I watch the match and I get really into it. I thought this was really good. Thought they worked together really well, the kind of submission exchanges and everything. And I really like this Bivens character, kind of calling it for Rust. Afterwards, he's going, like, I need to protect my investment. My investment is you. You'll get another shot. And Rust is like, I thought I could have him. And he's like, yeah, you will next time. He actually seems like a babyface manager, which you don't get a lot of. But actually seeing the coaching and stuff, I really like it.
Yeah. I like the style of Bivens. He can still kind of this bad guy, but he's doing it for like, he's not really doing that many. He's kind of suckered KUSHIDA into this match, but he's an interesting character. It's kind of weird. He was with Indus Sher, the tag team, and then now he's put with here. It still feels like maybe there's someone else he could maybe fit into, maybe a group, like be a voice for like a team or a group of people. Or
like said earlier, Jake Atlas perhaps might be involved.
Sure.
I can definitely see his brand growing.
Yeah, definitely. We have a little video vignette for Zoe Stark, who's a new signee here in WWE, and she's been enhancement talent on a few different shows, I feel like.
Apparently, I wrote a report about her in Impact about a year ago.
Okay.
As Lacey Ryan, is it?
Okay. Yeah, she changed.
Sino informed us during the show. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zoe Stark coming up next, essentially, is what we do from that. But we go to another video that was sent in earlier from LA Knight, and it's a recap of him being signed last Sunday. He's basically Eli Drake for people that used to know him as that, but he's LA Knight. And they caught up with him at his house, and he answers the door and says, "Get out of here. Actually, wait. I put NXT on its ear on Sunday, and people thought, wow, this LA guy from one promo, he might be the best. I'm the hottest free agent off the market, and who's going to stop me? Nobody. NXT belongs to me. You're not going to stop. I won't let you." And that is a fact of life. Yeah. So making it be known that he's wants to fight people.
It's interesting because it feels like NXT have just suddenly they made a decision recently, because we've had all these new signees and they've all been put on TV pretty much right away. LA Knight coming out and having promos right after a signing. The same with Tyler Rust, kind of his transition from just being Performance Center recruitment to being on TV. MSK winning the Dusty Classic. It seems very quick, whereas I remember a time, think back to when the class of like Finn, Kenta, Kevin Steen were signed. It was a bit of time. They were like in the PC for a little bit before they went on TV. Whereas right away, it's this influx of just new faces. They're pulling the trigger on the Undisputed split. It seems like they're trying to refresh NXT, which I think's needed, and I think it's kind of working. So it's interesting seeing LA Knight, Zoe Stark, MSK, Tyler Rust, all on this show tonight.
Yeah, I like seeing some new faces and trying out new things. Why not? There's always place for it. We say like the developmental thing, but with people like this guy, he doesn't need, like, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I hopefully his wrestling kind of stepped up, but his promo is great. We had a few listeners. We had Charbel, one of our biggest listeners. He was like, guys, I don't know who this is, but this guy cuts a great promo. Is he the best? And maybe LA Knight saw that tweet, and that's what he said in his promo. He's like, yeah, I saw you guys see my promo skills, and they love him already. So yeah. I think Charbel just listens to us and watches NXT. I don't think he listens to anything or watches actual wrestling. We go to our next segment.
I'm gonna stop just looking in the Twitch room. Apparently, Kyle O'Reilly suffered a legitimate seizure after NXT went off the air.
Wow.
And he had to be stretched out of the arena.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm reading this on Twitter, but I wasn't sure if it was. I'm seeing a photo of Triple H out there with Kyle being put on a stretcher. So I'm not sure if this is a legitimate thing, but we do record this show right now live after NXT, and I'm seeing that kind of show up now on Twitter. But maybe we'll try to keep you updated if we see anything right now. But apparently a seizure after NXT went off the air from Kyle O'Reilly. Hopefully, it's looking like he's okay. He's been stretchered out, but very scary.
Eesh.
Yeah, geez.
Sorry, that sucks. But
yeah. Well, let's continue on here, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can talk about Kyle in a little bit in a lighter note. We have Karrion Kross and Scarlett here with a like a video of them. It's basically Natural Born Killers, kind of Mickey and Mallory. They're saying, Santos, you want to play games? And there's all the tarot cards here. A Hierophant card. I'm not sure what that means, but she's basically saying, you're going to die, Santos. You're going to die. You don't have the power of time. That's us. There's no pause button on this nightmare. Then Kross steps in and says, your destiny has already been decided, and I will find you. TikTok.
yeah, he says option A is we can have a match and I can pound my arm in the back of your head, or option B, I'll find you and I will kill you. It seemed pretty much.
I guess so. Yeah.
I quite like this one, actually.
They look cool.
I'm hit and miss with these, but I like promos when they're direct to people and not too kind of spooky and nonsense words, but it was very clear what Kross wants here, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it was very Mickey Mallory with the black and white. I know that they've posted things of that movie before, and Scarlett's like acting all like... She's acting all sexy while Kross is just... She's not even saying anything after when he's talking, but she's just like being so over dramatic of her movements and stuff. Like, yeah. I'm interested in seeing that match. So it's not for the Cruiserweight title, obviously, but I'm interested in seeing that. So we are getting that next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Santos versus Kross next week. TikTok. But it's time for the...
We just glossed over the actual Zoe Stark match.
Oh, wow. Yeah, sorry. We were going into the Zoe Starks match. Zoe Stark's going... Is it Zoe Starks or Stark?
Stark, I think.
Stark.
I've got Zoe Stark down here. Yeah.
Watching too much Iron Man 3. I don't know if it's Starks.
Or Ricky Starks, yeah.
Ricky Starks. Oh, yeah, that's why I keep thinking that. That's right. Because Tony Stark is Tony Stark.
Ricky Starks is Ricky Starks.
With an S on it. Oh, man, that's confusing. Well, Zoe Stark is going up against Valentina Feroz. We've seen her a few times here. She's rocking some feathers here on her gear.
Oh, yeah.
Which eventually get knocked right off. Her feathers get ruffled. Because Stark brings it to her. There's a clothesline and just a knee strikes to the gut. Feroz does come back with this sweet judo throw.
Oh, looked really nice.
Yeah, looked crazy. I thought that was awesome. But then Stark hit this like release half and half German type suplex here, which was just crazy. And then another knee, kind of like a V trigger with her feathers going everywhere. But then Zoe Stark hits this move. I don't know what this is. What is it? The Zoe to sleep?
Yeah.
Essentially, this is like a double flipping rotation into a go to sleep.
It was like a feast your eyes kind of, flipping
go to
over
hell.
that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy finish.
Look nuts, yeah.
I don't know how you do this on people like a bit bigger than you, but yeah, this move is crazy. It's like a double flip into a knee lift, go to sleep, Zoe to sleep. Looks awesome. And Zoe Stark wins this match.
Yeah, I thought she looked quite impressive here. I thought Valentina Feroz looked pretty good as well. Obviously a quick just enhancement match. I think the finish was enough to make you kind of perk up a bit and go, oh, who's this? We watched that kind of Pax debut, Neville's debut on Was Next a couple of months ago, and you see people in the crowd looking kind of forward, and then he hits the red arrow, and people were like, "Whoa, who's this guy?"
Yeah.
And this finish kind of did that to me with this Zoe Stark here.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of her moves, and same Faraz here didn't get too much offense, but still had something.
She had a great release half Nelson as well, just throwing her across the ring. Yeah. This was pretty good.
Quick little match, but Zoe Stark gets over here for sure. Everyone wants to see that move again. We go to our main event, which is Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Oney Lorcan versus Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Roddy comes out with Shock the System in the red Undisputed Era Forever shirt. And then Kyle comes out later on and is storms out, but also wearing the shirt. So they're like, okay, we've worked things out. We're going to wear shirts. We're still Undisputed Era.
Yeah, Roddy does the pose on the ramp, but Kyle just walks right past him. No air guitar, no UE pose, just right to the ring.
And it's a commercial pretty much right before this match kind of gets going in. And when we come back, it's Kyle and Finn who are pretty much only tagging each other in. They're not really tagging Roderick Strong because maybe either of them don't trust. No one trusts anyone right now. Everyone's walking on eggshells on this team because everyone's confused. But there's then Roddy, who eventually does get tagged in from Finn, I believe, and hits his Messiah backbreaker. Looks great, crushing, I think, Oney or Danny here. Kyle's back in and starts kicking on Danny, kicking him around, but then flies off the apron for his flying knee, but gets caught into a forearm from Pete Dunne. In the ring, Pete has an ankle lock locked in, but Finn tags in. He cleans house here. He's in the ring with Pete, the guy he beat Sunday to retain his title. Pete hits him with an enziguri, but then he comes back with a sling blade. Somehow there's Danny Burch with the title, the NXT Championship, and the ref sees that. He's trying to get it, but the ref gets pushed and knocked down. He's taken out, and now it's time. Here he is, the man we've all been waiting to see. Adam Cole shows up. He throws Finn into the ref just as the ref was getting up. So that...
Yeah, poor ref here.
This ref taking all the bumps
Double
here.
bump.
Yeah, and then goes on the outside as Kyle O'Reilly is ringside here. It's Adam Cole who hits a pump kick to Kyle and then hits him with a brain buster onto the steel steps.
This, if super kicking wasn't bad enough, this is cementing it. You can't... It was like a brain buster, wasn't it, on these steps?
Yeah, this looked really nasty. And then while this is all happening, in the ring, it's Roddy who comes to the save for Finn, beating off Oney and... Sorry, that sounded pause. He attacks them, but he takes the title from Danny and from Oney. And Finn doesn't realize it's him, and he Pele kicks Roddy, and then realizes, shit, I just kicked the guy who's helping me out. Which he then turns around, and there is Cole yet again. Sorry, it's Pete who hits him with the bitter end and pins him. And Pete Dunne has now pinned Finn Balor.
Yeah. When was the last time Finn was pinned? I'm trying to think. I don't think he's taken a pin in singles, has he? Has he taken a pin at all?
Maybe not in a long time.
Yeah. So
Pete Dunne
obviously
pinning.
that's a big deal, and we could probably get a rematch.
Was the last guy to pin Finn Cameron Grimes?
Maybe. Yeah.
Remember that was the thing.
Yeah, I think that was the thing.
Wow.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. So Pete Dunne pins Finn Balor, and he still has this. He still wants this title. He's got a gripe for it apparently because now he's pinned the champion. But after the match, Pete, Danny, and Oney, they all leave. Adam Cole gets back into the ring, super kicks Finn Balor, grabs the NXT Championship, raises it up as the show ends. It's an end of an era.
Yeah.
We see his true colors, as Wade and Beth Phoenix are saying, and that's why we love him. I don't know.
It's I really enjoyed this end here. We still don't. I guess this is his reasoning why he wants the title. He doesn't want anyone else to have the title.
He doesn't care about his friends.
He doesn't care about his friends. All he wants is the title. Considering Adam Cole held that title for a long time and he only dropped it last summer.
Yeah.
The idea of him being champion again, I don't hate.
No, not at all.
It does with this whole UE split and everything. It does feel rather fresh, and I assume we are building to a Finn Cole match, and I think Cole will win, and I think it will then be the Kyle chase, chasing Cole. But I really enjoyed this, and you've got Pete Dunne in the mix now with a big win. So maybe, I don't know, we're having those 2 tag matches on March 3rd. I don't know if they're building March 3rd up to be some kind of super show, but maybe you could do Finn versus Pete then.
Rematch.
But yeah, I quite enjoyed this closing angle.
Yeah, it's Adam Cole standing tall. He's fucked up Kyle. He's fucked up Finn, and he's standing tall with the title, basically proving that, yeah, Sunday wasn't just a out of rage in the moment thing. He had this planned, and he's done this. He's thrown Undisputed Era away, even though he's rocking an Undisputed Era hoodie still.
They all were, yeah.
Yeah, they all were in their gear. So, yeah, end of an era. I
wasn't surprised we didn't get an explanation tonight, because that's always a promotional thing you can do.
Yeah.
Next week, Adam Cole talks, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I thought they gave us just enough where I was satisfied today.
Yeah, look, you could do Adam Cole versus Finn. You could do a match. People were talking about how NXT is going to do some sort of event, and the winner of that goes on to face Finn at like a WrestleMania match for the NXT title. You could do something like that, but I think eventually it's got to be Finn versus Cole 1-on-1, and then a Kyle versus Cole 1-on-1.
I think Finn versus Cole could be that Mania match.
Yeah.
If they are putting it on main card, is that the rumor?
I don't know any
that's what people were
rumors,
saying.
but for some reason people keep talking about how this Mania is going to get like a match. One of the nights is going to get something. I don't know. One of the nights has
one
one
match.
match.
Finn having been on the main roster for a bit as well.
Yeah.
Cole had that little run on like SmackDown, remember?
Yeah,
During
he
Survivor
beat
Series,
Daniel
he beat
Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. I think that's a match you could go to.
Because I do still think we're going to eventually get Walter versus Finn, so he could spin off and go into that with his feuds with Pete Dunne. It seems like they're doing that interesting thing with letting different feuds kind of go
bleed into each other. Yeah, I like
letting
that.
thing kind of move at the same time, even though everyone kind of has beef with people right now. No one can trust anyone except Pete Dunne and his boys. For some reason, they're still running. But I think MSK next week should do something to kind of help Finn out, or whatever happens with Oney and Danny, because I think MSK should win the titles as well.
Yeah.
Because they're a hot team. Like keep while the iron's hot, just go.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I thought overall a pretty good episode. I really did not like the Way versus Shotzi. Wasn't a fan of that at all. And I didn't really like the Casey Caden Zaya thing this week. Dude. Apart from that, I thought it was a really solid show. I think my favourite part of the show was that women's tag, like the Dusty Classic segment. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I really did. I don't like Nia Jax, but I thought this, with all the people involved in that, MSK, Beth, and everyone, it was so funny with them in the corner and stuff. They definitely stole the show from me there. But I know that we mentioned after the show went off the air, Kyle O'Reilly apparently suffered a seizure and has been taking off in a stretcher, which unfortunately going forward, follow all the socials, and I'm sure if you're listening to us, you follow all the news outlets and stuff, and I hope he's okay, because the storyline here was he took a brain buster to the stairs. So that is unfortunate. It's very, I hope he's all right, but
it's scary. That's
really
very
scary. Very scary.
And,
so
well
wishes
Kyle's
for Kyle.
Okay. Yeah,
come on, Kyle. We love you, Kyle. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It definitely, you knew Cole wasn't gonna come out and at the beginning. You knew he'd just show up at the end and pick up the scraps.
For sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
This
is exactly what I expected.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm interested. I know we were talking about some PWG stuff this week that we're gonna do a show on for the Patreon. Watching some old Adam Cole back recently, it's like, oh man, this guy having some potential crazy match is in stories building going forward, and so far so good with tonight's episode. So the takeover was hot, and the hangover was hot too.
It was, yeah.
So
I think we escaped with a hangover.
That's it,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, we escaped with.
It's one of those mornings you wake up and you go, "Oh,
wait a second.
Why? I pounded him back last night. Why do I feel so good?
I did a bottle
what's
of
happened?
Glen. What's going on?
What's happened?
Why am I feeling great?
Why am I happy?
That's
and my
you
head
drink
doesn't
water.
hurt. You do.
Stay hydrated. Right? That's what
Absolutely.
they say. That's why White Claws don't give you hangovers.
Well, why? Because it's so much water?
Because it's just water. White Claw is just bubbly water with some secret alcohol in it.
I'm waiting till it's hot again before.
All the new flavors are coming to Canada. They just announced.
Nice.
Ruby grapefruit, though. If you like White Claw, you could go to prowrestlingtees.com/upnext and get your White Claw Up Next hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I haven't mentioned that in a while, but shout out to everyone posting the photos of it. I see you guys post
Thank you so
tweet
much.
it. Yeah, we love all the
Apparently
support.
they're super soft.
Apparently they're amazing. I have one. You need to get one.
You've got an H&M one.
I got a white one. I need to get a black one.
Yeah, I need to get... We need to do an order.
Yeah. So that was NXT, and go buy our hoodie. But let's see what you guys thought. Let's go to some feedback. Every Wednesday, we will read from the Post Wrestling Forum, forum.postwrestling.com. We will read your comments or questions. Would you like to start?
Sure, we go to Mystery, who says, Hiya. Rest in peace, Cameron Grimes' Lambo. Oh well, he'll just buy another one, but I can't imagine his insurance rates. That standoff between Dakota Raquel and Shayna Nia was very good, and MSK Beth added to the segment. Zoe Stark has an impressive finisher, but otherwise it's too early for me to form an opinion on her. Thoughts and prayers to COVID Casey next week when she inevitably gets purged. I cannot believe, actually I can, and it makes sense from a storytelling perspective, but I still don't like it. They are continuing with the Io-Tony feud. I honestly hope Io wins and they put Tony back in the mid-card. She's pretty average at best, and she was the weak link in that triple threat match. Until she finds a way to click, keep her there. NXT also really needs to stop writing Io off with half-assed injury angles and let her wrestle or show up on TV more often outside of her being written off for injury angles. Okay. Adam Cole posed with the title. We all know what that means. Comment of the week. Lacey Evans getting legitimately pregnant, but right before she was set to wrestle, Asuka has convinced me that Asuka is the Empress of Fertility now.
No one is ready for Asuka.
Yeah.
No one. We go to Crooked Letter 9. The fallout from Vengeance Day was a workmanlike outing. The UE collapse took another step forward, and everyone involved had something meaningful to do over Adam Cole's actions. Balor wants payback, Roddy being the impartial peacemaker, and Kyle wants answers. The six-man main event oozed tension, and the finish was chaotic. The Dusty Cup presentation was solid stuff, and I love that DK and Raquel are the new babyface tag team with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, the latter sounding a lot more natural here than on Raw. Wes Lee corpsing over Nia's hole was hysterical. Question: what do you guys think of NXT's incarnation of Evolve coming down the pipeline? Well, we kind of talked about that. We're excited. There's always wrestling. And I mean, we have a show on our feed here for free, Shot in the Dark, where John Cena, Evil, reviews all the wrestling that you probably don't watch. NXT UK, all that stuff. He originally started as John Cena Evolve. Everything evolves. And so maybe that just means more shows for him to watch.
Just all the shows.
Everything you don't watch, he'll cover it for you in 15 minutes.
Hey, do you want to watch 8 hours of TV?
I don't know how he does
talk
it.
For 12 minutes?
Dude has a kid too.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shout out John Cena.
Shout out his son.
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
A
little gangster. That was it for Crooked Letter 9's
That was
feedback.
it. I mean, we've got one more piece of feedback. Jordan Goodman, who says, another good wrestling review podcast, and now a reminder to brush, floss, and mouthwash. And I guess a reminder to you to check out the Wellness Policy tomorrow at 3 p.m. on Zoom for all post-wrestling patrons.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for listening and supporting us here. We're hot off the trails of TakeOver Vengeance Day. We do NXT every Wednesday night on this very feed, and Thursdays we started to do BD Elite, talking all about AEW, and it will eventually lead to their pay-per-view, Revolution. Can't wait for Sting.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m, we are taking calls for this show as well. So that's our call-in show if you want to talk to us about AEW, about NXT, about anything in the world of wrestling. Call in if you're a patron. I'll be posting the Zoom link just before 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Yes, so at upNXT Podcast, Twitter, Instagram, for all the stuff we do, go follow us. And if you're ever hanging around, the Twitch rooms are always fun and always live, especially for the watch-alongs like Elimination Chamber this week. But if you want to support us, $5 a month, patreon.com/upnext. For all the shows, everything in our back catalog for only $5 gets you access to that. And we do so many shows. But if you like free ones, well, we did Batman Forever, and that means the next one in the Batman series is coming soon.
It is, yeah. Batman and Robin next week.
Is that next week?
It's next week,
oh,
yeah.
boy. So a lot of people are waiting for that one.
Very exciting
That's pretty
stuff.
much, that's a WrestleMania moment for some people. People are more excited for this review than, so many messages for Batman. Can you guys just skip to Batman and Robin? Is what
it's
they
coming.
said.
We'll review it twice if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could be a world champ and pick it again.
Yeah, just keep
Please
picking
don't.
it.
Yeah. Eric Marcotte just went, Batman and Robin. No, Eric Marcotte's going to make us do some terrible movie like Dragon Ball Z.
I can't think what he's going to go for next. It's quite exciting.
Yeah.
It's a while, though. We've got a while to prepare for it.
Yeah. Well, we have Office Space is an Up Yours that we're doing this week. And then again, Best Match Ever PWG with Martin Bushby coming out this week. But go check out all the shows that we do. So many podcasts. We are here for you. We like being your friends in this crazy time. Shout out anyone listening who don't work anymore, who are truckers, maybe service people working in the hospitals. We get all sorts of people telling us they listen at such weird times and doing different things, and we appreciate everyone listening and supporting. So thank you.
Yeah.
It's just me being nice.
Yeah. That's nice. It's very nice.
I saw Undisputed Era collapse, and my heart's just tender.
We gotta come back together.
I gotta I'm feeling I need help because it was Valentine's Day and everything was good, and then now there's no more Undisputed Era.
I know.
And if you thought there was,
we're gonna keep this scarf up though. We do have a UE scarf. We do need to keep it there, otherwise our set's gonna look very bare.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we get out of here?
We'll just cross off. They are the Disputed Era. I myself, Braden Herrington. You can find me Twitter, Instagram. I'm at the Brady.
And I am at Davie Portman.
Thank you for listening. Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. R.I.P. the Undisputed Era. An end of an era.
Ahoy!
First time in a long time, but back like I never left. Taking each day as it comes, you know me, I don't read ahead. Watch me burn down everything, BDE on the TV set. When I'm in control on the road, you can never really know what's up next.